We've been talking about a lot of really exciting things here at the New Frontier over the last couple of months. And one of those is the story that Jesus tells in the New Testament about making wine. And he shares this analogy of where when you have new wine and it goes into a new wineskin, there's room for that wine to ferment and become good and become of great value and great worth. But when we take new wine and we put it into an old wineskin, that wineskin can't handle that and it bursts, and all the good that could come of that is lost. And what he's saying is that our lives are the wineskin. And if we take the new things that God wants to do in our life and we put them into the old man, into the old nature, into the old mindsets and attitudes, that wine, the good of that gets lost. But when we take that new wine and put it into the new man and allow it to ferment, it yields a great reward, something very valuable and very good. And so Mike is with us today, and he's going to share a little bit about his story and talk about how he has taken new wine that God's brought into his life and initially put it into old wineskins. And we'll talk a little bit about the bursting process. And then we will also talk about, Mike will share with us what it looks like to take that new wine and put it into the new wineskin and just the good, valuable, and amazing things that the Father did with that.
Yeah, the new wine was trusting God in every situation and thing that came my way, whatever that would be, relationally, in leadership, at work, around a studio project I'm heading out, and just in all areas, really. So that new wine of like, hey, like, no matter what's coming, no matter what's happening, you need to trust me, you need to listen, you need to just be with me, be my son, walk with me, and I'll lead you through all of this safely, step by step.
It's awesome.
So
very cool. And when you took that new wine and put it into the old wineskin, right? Tell me a little about the old wineskin and how that went for you, Mike.
Yeah, the old wineskin, anxiety. And the way I would define anxiety now is anxiety is a future or fantasy that you have where God and his grace is not in that future. So for me, the old wineskin was whenever an issue would come up relationally, whether that be at work or with a close friend, my initial reaction would be to just think of, okay, how do I deal with this? What do I do with this? And I have to handle this. I have to fix this. And God wasn't in it. His grace wasn't in it. His goodness, his grace and goodness and his work in the other person's life was never present either. And so it would just be the absolute worst situation that you could think of. And then I would have to fix it. Doing things myself was not a good overall experience, to put it lightly.
Give me an example of where the experience wasn't so good.
Yeah, so let's just use marriage, right? So
it's always a good one.
You know, Christina and I get into a fight, and the old wineskin is, okay, we are fighting and everything is bad. And my anxiety says, hey, the coming argument, there won't be a resolve. Like, she doesn't understand you. You don't understand her. Like, it's all done. Like, it's over. My wife is no longer saved. I'm not saved. There's no goodness in the world. And it's just hell.
It's black, right? It's black.
Yeah.
And so the consequence or the outcome of putting that new wine into that old wineskin, how would you describe the bursting that went on?
Just boom.
Arguments.
Like a bomb. Arguments, fighting, misunderstandings, disagreements. No unity. No joy. Everything opposite to the fruit of the Spirit. For sure.
Tell us a little bit about what is it like to put the new wine into the new wineskin and just the good work that God did in that and you trusting in him.
Yeah. New wine into the new wineskin looks like when I begin to operate and live life as a son. And as a son, I come to my dad and I trust his heart and I trust his intentions. I trust the good things that he has for me, even though I don't know what those are, even though he hasn't given me the whole game plan. I know that, hey, you are in control. You have things in your hands and your intentions are good. And so I trust those. So when it comes to, having a fight in my marriage, instead of freaking out, I go to God as a son and say, hey, Dad, I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand where Christina's heart is. I don't even understand where my heart is a lot of times. So I'm going to sit. I'm going to be still.
That's awesome.
I'm going to listen to you. I'm I'm gonna ask you what I need, and I'm gonna follow you with what you give me. And I wish I could say I do that all the time, but it's a learning.
We wouldn't believe you anyway if you said that, Mike. But the outcome of that, what is the wine like? What is the quality of the wine that comes out of that interaction?
Peace, a lot of peace, a lot of rest. Rest is a big one. Just not being exhausted, trying to figure it out myself. Intimacy with my father, closeness with Christina. Yeah. Because when we operate as a son and daughter, there's unity and understanding, a lot of empathy around things. I think walking as a son allows you to also see the other side of what's going on and see that, hey, sometimes this big blow up that happened really doesn't have anything to do with me. It's not about me. So like, I need to go figure out what that is and why that is. And also no bursting wineskin, you know.
That's always a good thing. No bursting is a good thing.
Wineskin's able to expand with
receive
the pressures
right.
of the new man.
Yep, so. Awesome. Hey, Mike, thanks for sharing your heart. Thanks for sharing some of your story with us today. Just want to, as we close this out, guys, we just want to remind you that God's got all these amazing things for us, and He brings new things into our life all the time. And the story was meant to just make it so obvious to us that we can't take these new things and put them in the old man. There's so many good things our Father has for us, so many things He wants to do in us. He wants to make us whole and holy and mature and complete, but that only happens when we choose to take these new things, these new places He wants to take and move us into, and put Him into the new man, and allow our minds and our hearts to be transformed. And so we just want to encourage you guys this week, ask yourself, where is God bringing new things into my life, new wine, and I'm trying to put it into the old lifestyle. I'm trying to put it in the old man because it won't work. And ask God, hey, Father, what does it look like to put this new thing into the new wineskin? And then, you know what? Get ready, because it's going to be a good thing. There's going to be good wine that comes from that, and it's going to be good for those around you. So we just want to, it'll be hard, but it'll be good. So you just want to encourage you guys, press into it, do the hard stuff, have courage, persevere, and put that new wine into new wineskins. See you next time. Take care. God bless.